Hi Gems, it's your girl Ambra here and welcome back to my channel. Today's gonna be super fun. I'm so stoked. I'm high energy. Yes, I had an iced coffee. So today we're gonna be playing around with the Juvia's Place Nude Foundation Highlighting and Contour Sticks. These products just launched recently. I got my hands on them. They sent me the entire collection and I was able to play with them and determine which one was gonna be the best shade match for me. And as well, they sent the new Nomad palette. If you guys have been following me for some time, you know green is my favorite color, and this just lit my spirit. Do you understand what I say? So I'm really excited that I got an opportunity to play with these products, get on here, give you guys the first impressions of the foundation sticks. I'm utilizing them all over the face for my full face routine. So if you're interested in how I achieve this beautiful Juvia's Place look, then keep watching. All right, we're gonna jump right into this. The palette that we're gonna be using primarily today is the Nomad by Juvia's Place. Look how beautiful this is. I mean, green's my favorite color, so I'm just like. So I've already prepped my lids, and let's pull what product we use. We use the Pro Conceal and Correct palette by MAC Cosmetics. I use this shade here, which is NW43, to prep my lids. I don't typically use eyeshadow base, you know, to each its own, but I find that whenever I use a concealer, the product just sticks better, blends better, you know, to each its own. I'm gonna go into this shade right here. I'm using this brush, I don't even know the name, but just use any particular blending brush. And we're just going to deposit this as our first transition shade right into our crease and just blend upward. All right, so this is a get ready with me, right? We don't really talk about too much of the products because I'm going to be listing them in the description box below. So we're just going to have, you know, open dialogue, kind of catch up, you know, check in with each other. I've loaded a couple other videos recently, and a lot of you have been asking about my life update and what's been taking me so long to get back on to the tube. Several things, so let's just jump right into it. One, we already know we're going through a divorce. It's almost over. I feel like I'm on countdown mode B. Like, I don't think I've ever appreciated my father's surname as much as I appreciate it at this point in my life. So I'm excited to kind of get back to who I am, what I want to release into the world, and just show my girls and my guys who are going through, you know, really tough transitions that you really can rise above like a phoenix from the ashes, honey. I'm happier, I'm healthier, I'm more dialed into my children. They're thriving, they're happy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am a single parent. And that has never been, you know, fun, to say the least. But we navigate it together, and we're open and we're honest, and my babies are getting older and they're asking good questions. And I am the type of mother that, yes, I guard them from real life like any other parent would. But then when there's a learning opportunity for my boys, especially since I'm raising, you know, brown boys, I take full advantage of it. I really actually have never shared too much of my stories being a young parent. I had Reese my sophomore year of college. I was 21 smooth years old when he came into this world. And me and his father were shooketh, as you can imagine. But I was raised very conservative, and I already knew when I found out about him that he was going to live on this earth, okay? So with that said, me and Reese practically grew up together. You know, that's my ace. And I knew I didn't want him to be an only child, so then me and their dad decided to bring Pierce into the mix. And we all know that is my twin. So it's just been a really great dynamic. The boys are back in school and fully, you know, integrated into that routine. Football season's fully throttle. At this point, if you guys are following me on Instagram as well, you know that I got a dog. Her name is Stella. She is a Siberian Husky with a little bit of shepherd. She's amazing, but she's also a pain in my ass. Just because I have never been a dog owner from puppy stage, every dog I've ever had in my life has been grown. You know, she didn't already had heat. She didn't already had her kids or her puppies. Let me stop. And Stella's a baby. She's 7 months old. I got her when she was 6 months. No, I'm lying. I got her when she was 5 months old. And, you know, it's just navigating and trying to understand this whole dog life. Like her eating, her schedule. Oh, just so that you guys know, I went in with my Inglot Durline because I wanted this gold champagne color to really pop. And right now, girl, y'all, I woke up to her like bleeding and I thought she harmed herself in her crate overnight. Girl, come to find out, she in heat. I've never experienced that before. Again, as a dog owner, everyone that I've had have been adult dogs. So, child, you should have seen me calling. You should have seen me calling the vet. It was like, Dr. Bob, what's going on? And we have our routine in the morning where Pierce takes her out before he leaves for the school bus in the morning. Like, that's his morning chore. And in the afternoon, Reese takes her for her long walk. I mean, I take her for a walk, but she needs both activity levels. Anyway, so then after that, she knows to come into the back of the house, and she like busts in my bedroom, mind you, and jumps in bed with me. Well, my linen is all white, girl. Ooh. And I saw a little bit of the red and was like, oh my gosh, she cut herself. And then that's when I found out that she was actually, having her homegirl. And we had to rectify that right away. So she's wearing diapers through the day. And then at night, I put her in the crate because she'll eat the damn diaper. Let's just be honest. Green. And I'm okay with that. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Oh, she's pretty. So just overlaying that because I want some green here. Oh, that is so sick. That's really pretty. What else? And I'm just using my blending brush to kind of just buff the ends of it. Oh, for my birthday, I went to Costa Rica. I know, she out here doing the most. But let me tell you something. Let's talk about it. Because I know some people are like, Ambra, how do you manage this? You're a single parent. You're traveling a lot. Like, how does this all work? And if I'm going to be completely transparent with you, I acquire help. I have a babysitter, and she's grown. And she helps me when I'm doing like a little getaway or if I have obligations with brands or things like that. So it's not completely unheard of to have support as a single parent. I have friends. My children are older, so they're easier to manage. Now, I wouldn't say if my babies were maybe 5 and 3 that, I'd be globetrotting and whatnot. But my children are older, so it makes it a little bit easier for me to navigate certain fun things and brand things. And I already had my birthday trip planned, so I already had my arrangements made. And maybe what I'll do is I'll have a separate video where I go into how I plan certain trips, because y'all be like floored. Like, how are you doing this? So I'm going to go with my black Sigma eyeliner because I need an eyeliner. But I don't want to go liquid. But I want to smoke this out a little. I went to Europe for the summer. Well, I don't have my kids in the summer. I made a trip after the breakup to have like a moment to gather myself. So I had my mama come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be out in these parts just navigating these streams alone. I surround myself with women, with friends, with family to help me do that. And I realize that a lot of people might not necessarily have that in their life, and this isn't like a clout or a gloating. It's just you guys have questions and I'm here to answer them. And that's how I navigate traveling and doing the things that I'm able to do. Okay, so we've put on our eyeballs and let's get into the skin. We're gonna go into the deeper shades. I have 6 of them here and we're just gonna try it out. And I don't have them in any particular color variant, so we're just gonna say the names and swatch. So this is Abidjan. Oh my God, I don't want to offend anyone. That's Abidjan. Abidjan. Ooh, Lord, I need a lesson. This is Tunisia. Ooh, she's cute. Ooh, girl. Honey, is that your skin tone? Let me put her to the side. Then we have Zambia. Oh, she's a little bit more red. Then we have Sokoto. That's a very neutral. That's a really nice neutral too. Okay, then we have Namibia. A little too light, a little too light. And then I grabbed Katsina. Definitely a little bit more deeper, probably more of a contour shade. So it's looking like for my skin tone, like this is stunning. It is matching my undertones to a T. So that's where we're gonna go with that. How to pronounce, okay, are we ready? We're going to get this right, because I ain't going,
The following pronunciation is brought to you by pronouncenames.com.
Girl.
Tunisia.
Tunisia. All right, so we're going to go ahead and Tunisia. Oh, I love it. That's crazy. Ooh. So upon immediate application, she's creamy. It definitely doesn't feel like an Anastasia Beverly Hills stick at all. This is way more creamier. It feels like it just moves around much smoother. And then I'm going to go in and use Juvia Place's foundation brush and just buff this into the skin. Wicked. Look at that. Ooh. Okay, Juvia. She out here. She out here hurting feelings. All right, then I'm going to use another stick for concealing. I just want to find the right, there we go. Okay, this is Benin, the shade Benin, and I'm just going to apply this. To me, I feel like it was a perfect color match to my Maybelline. I mean, and it's all by personal preference, like how lifted and highlighted you want to be. Like this is relatively muted in comparison to my other highlighting shades. So, I mean, why not throw in a different? Okay, I'm going to Jacmel. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw Jacmel on top. See, it's a little bit lighter. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to do a little bit of Jacmel. And maybe that's the one I probably should have used, but I ain't want to. Using another Juvia's Place brush. And I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. All right, for contour, we're going to go in with our deepest shade. It's Congo. She is rich, honey. She is rich. So I'm not going to go too crazy because these are very blendable. Oh, let's get that chin. Let's get that double chin together. I'm going to do a little bit on the nose. Ooh, I said a little bit. Now look at me. Now I'm going to be here blending for days. Around the temples. Do you guys see how I'm not even really pressing this in? It doesn't require much. It's extremely pigmented. I'm not going anywhere international until next year. The beautiful thing is the resort, not the resort, but the, where did I go? The villa that I stayed at in Thailand, they really enjoyed a lot of the imagery that I took, girl, and offered me a week stay for free. So guess who's going back to Thailand? Except this time it's going to be a girls trip. It's not going to be a trip full of crying and curling, okay? Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'd love to hear what travel you guys have going on for the holidays. Some people go to like islands and be like, bump the presents. I'm going somewhere to live my best life. I'm going to go in with my I Am Magic setting powder and Go By. I need Jesus, y'all. Just help me. Don't come for me. Just help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to disrespect y'all. But one treat for myself that I'm really excited about, you guys, is that I finally got a 23andMe. Because here's the thing. You know, when as a social media influencer, you can check your analytics. You can see who's following you. And I have a huge presence in Nigeria. So now I've just been super intrigued to determine, like, where's my lineage coming from? Like, where's my ancestry? People say that I look like I could be from Guyana. Some people say that I could be Nigerian. I have a gap, but I'm also tall. Like, I don't know. Y'all be coming for me in my comments sometimes where you're like, nope, you're one of us. Nope, you're one of us. I'm like, okay, so let me figure this out so we could just settle it all. but I am a child of God, so I don't even know if it really matters, but it's always been intriguing. So I'm just using the setting powder everywhere that I put that concealer. I love the way my skin is looking right now. Typically, I like stay away from sticks because they're creamy and I'm oily. But lately, I've been loving this like natural kind of glow about my skin, in a way that doesn't make me feel like I'm too greasy. And again, God, I'm using another Juvia's Place brush. Who knew? I forgot that they sent me these brushes, gosh, early on in our relationship. And I really do enjoy them. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this all over the face where I put the concealer. Can't have that moving throughout the day. Yeah, it's really pretty. Okay, so then another Juvia's Place brush is a powder brush, but I'm going to actually be using my bronzer from Anastasia to set my entire face, where I put that concealer, like that deeper shade. Just bring all that color back and buff out these edges. These edges, girl. Going with my Hoola bronzer in Toasted and kind of bring a little bit more like red bronzing to the skin. I just like the way that looks. In the same spot that I put my contour shade. So that's all that's really happening over here on the home front. We talked about Stella. We talked about divorce a little bit. We talked about the kids, travel. Do we want to get into dating? It's non-existent. Moving on. What else? I'm going to go back into this green because I'm so obsessed with it. And I want to put it on my lower lash. Oh, it's so pretty. Like, see how pigmented that is? For a woman with a deeper complexion, to have something jump out like that in the appropriate color, I'm just saying. It's about my birthday, right? Natalie hosted an amazing birthday dinner for me in Seattle. I went to Costa Rica and I stayed in Cabano, Costa Rica. So the way that that worked is that I flew from, girl, where was I at? I flew from Seattle to Atlanta to San Jose, San Jose to Tambor, girl, on a plane that only fit like maybe 10 people. From Tambor, we drove about 45 minutes to a small part of the island near Montezuma called Melpayes, Cabano, Costa Rica. It was absolutely beautiful, best experience, really enjoyed it. No complaints. Okay, blush, we're going to keep it in the family. We're going to grab our Saharan Blush Volume 1 palette. And I want to play within these two shades here. That's Neo and Toby. Toby's really, really bright, so I'm not going to go too ham on it. And then I'm just grabbing my BH Cosmetic brush that I typically use for blush. Yeah, I think I'm going to use Neo. Yeah, Neo's it. So pretty. Look how pigmented. Oh, Juvia's. I'm going to use that same palette, and I'm going to go into Zara for my highlighter. Ooh. Actually, I'm also going to grab Lila, too. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. When you got to go to church, you know it's good stuff. So I just mixed these two. Oh, it's so fall. It makes nice. Just makes me so happy. Oh, bitch. Oops, excuse me. I don't like to curse on my channel. For my brows, I'm going to go into my MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof Brow Set. I'm just going to use it to brush the brows up, but it does kind of fill in the sparse areas. And you all know I'm going to go in with my favorite brow product, which is my Covergirl from Benefit. Yeah, and then just continue to create content. You guys, I did a photo shoot to kind of celebrate my resurrection and resilience this year. I don't know about y'all, but 2019 was up. That's how I feel about 2019. I mean, did I have really good highs? I had extreme lows, bro. And, but I am, can't say it enough. I can't say it enough. She is thriving. And I'm just letting Karma do her thing, you know? She has some things in the queue, and I'm here for it. But I'm also staying very positive, prayed up, covered. Girl, it's been interesting. And just making sure my babies is covered. Because, you know, the devil will look for your season, honey. Especially as we transition in this fall, holiday, heavy family time. That's when I was actually talking to my mom before I started recording today. And just like, you know, God has a season, so does the devil, child. So he be waiting for the holidays to start messing with folk. This is the 24-hour brow setter, and that's how I set my brows. I'm going to go ahead and set my whole face with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Oh, she good. She good, girl. She is fire. Then we're going to go with my chestnut liner. She is sag and low. Alright, so then I'm going to use my CoverGirl Melted Pout Matte in the shade Currant Nude. Pop her right here in the center. I love CoverGirl's liquid lips. And then over top of that, we're going to go in with our Fenty Beauty Gloss and Fussy. Yeah. Which is bang. All right, Jim, she's put together, threw on a new wig. I will be talking about this in a completely separate video. It's stunning. I know. She's beautiful. Die. And it's the first time I've ever worn, like, black. I've always been a 1B kind of gal. So we'll get all into the specifics about this hair in that video. But in regards to Juvia's Place foundation sticks, I think they're absolutely beautiful. I was really impressed about how creamy they were, very easy to blend. They worked really well together, being as though I used for full face base, highlighting, and contouring. My only caveat, and I have to drop the disclaimer, I can already tell what my face is going to look like in 8 hours just because it's a cream product. It was almost so creamy and blendable that my oily skin is going to act all the way out. I think that the finish is really beautiful. I didn't have to apply layers to get the coverage that you see here. It is medium to buildable, but my God, just one layer was enough to cover all of my personal imperfections. You guys always talk about my skin. I don't know what y'all be seeing, but nonetheless, I think that it's an amazing product. I'm really impressed, especially for first time out the park with it. And I love that they're definitely going to be easy and packable. This is the perfect time of year to be using a cream stick foundation. Definitely something that I would never use in the spring and summertime. But I'm going to continue to play around with them. I hope to be able to come back with some usage time, but y'all know me. I never got time for that. Sometimes I'll be ripping and running around with the boys, which I'm actually headed out the door at this moment, and I'll be tired. So I don't know if I'm going to come back at the end, but I at least want you to know from a first impressions perspective, I don't know what this is going to look like at the end of the day, but for first application, at least it's been on my face for about 2 hours just with filming this, stopping, eating phone calls, what have you. It's really, really beautiful. Again, let's reference my shades. I use Tunisia all over the face. I use Jacmel in combination with Benin for my highlighting, and I use Congo for my contour. And I use the new Nomad palette for the overall eyelid, which I love it so much. I love it so much. Green is my favorite color, and this is just a very beautiful palette. I can't wait to get into these yellows in this olive down here. I think I'm going to try to create even another look, probably mimicking what they have here on the packaging. But overall, super impressed. Good job, Juvia's Place. No complaints over here. One little tidbit of information. I think the only way that we can combat what this cream product could potentially do by the end of the day is just put on a mattifying primer. I didn't want to do that with the first impression because I wanted to give the product by itself its own run. But I can tell that if I were to put on a mattifying, that it's definitely going to help. And then, we kind of do the powder under the product and all that other jazz. So if you guys are interested in it, they are $16, which is so affordable for a foundation stick in comparison to others in the market that probably range between 25 and 30 bucks. But if you have any questions, make sure that you sign off below. I'll make sure to list all the products that I use. You guys, you need to subscribe. You be coming for me in my bald head about uploading, but y'all don't be subscribing. And like over 50% of y'all watch my videos and are not. I don't understand. So help me make it make sense. But until our next video, gems. Bye.